Hey, 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 hey. It is Saturday. Hey, 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 hey. Why am I like this? So I've got like a shit ton of things rolling through my mind this morning. So we're picking one of them and just hoping it flows. Somebody I follow, they're in the military, but they do astrology. Lord of Sirius decided to do like pull-up charts for people and like do little interpretations like I was going to do with Astro Q&A. He's bored, so he felt like looking at charts, so I messaged and I gave my birth data, and he's going through certain points of my chart and talking about them, and it's bringing up some of my biggest wounds. Like, because they're in the front, like, right next to my moon. Like, they're so intertwined with my emotions and my first house, my identity, my body, my beingness. And we're talking right now about my moon opposite Saturn and my moon conjunct Chiron aspects. So these are hard aspects to the parents. And if you have hard aspects to your parents in your chart or in life, because as above, so below, you understand. I'm letting him go through aspects of my chart, and then I'm confirming what he's saying. So he's telling me, and then I'm being like, yes. So one of the first things he said was, your mom was emotionally detached from you, and she might have forgotten to feed you. So in my confirmation back, I said, when she did remember to feed me, it was often rotten food. I remember getting so violently sick my whole life. I would just throw up all the time. And it was like this big mystery, but my sister didn't get as sick. I was raised with one of my siblings. My other sibling, who I wasn't raised with, was a half sibling. So... yeah, like, and on top of that, my skull, I told him, is flat, which is indicative of a child not getting picked up enough. Like, the back of my head is flat from, being a baby and just not getting nurtured. So I have physical first house manifestations of this moon, I think he's looking at whole sign. So when you look at whole sign, it's a little bit of a different story than it is with Placidus. Placidus is very emotional. He is looking at overall, and he's not wrong with a lot of his observations. But as my life has played out, the self-parenting thing has been one of the most heartbreaking but useful things I have ever learned in my life. Heartbreaking because I don't know what it's like to be cared for by a parent and accepted and identified with and nurtured and praised and affirmed. I was quite neglected. So anything that I've had any boosting that I've done over time has been because of me. That reel I made for Mercury in Aries, I am a Mercury in Aries. Robert Downey Jr. goes up to the podium and said, I don't got nobody to thank. I did this. You all need to thank me. You wanted me in your production to help you. That's how I feel like with my family a lot. You needed me. That's why I came here in this incarnation. And look at how you treated me. I know I'm an angel. I've always known I'm not of this earth. That's why my first brand name was The Angel That Says Fuck. I cuss. I'm not perfect. I'm an angel taking the human curriculum. And we all know that's why they try to break you the most. That's why they try to dysregulate you the most. Because you're shining a light on the things they can't be. And if you're being your own best parent, and they're supposed to be doing that job, they look at you and see nothing but guilt and shame. That's not your fault. You didn't ask to be here. This one time I said to my mom, I didn't ask to be here. And she said, I didn't ask you to be here either. Which is a double whammy because she told me that I was an accident my whole life and that I should have been aborted. So she fed me rotten food. My dad was pretty absent because he was in and out of rehab while he was in the house. And then when he left the house, there was almost no contact. It was very spotty for most of my life. So there was absenteeism, neglect. What do you do when the people that are supposed to nurture you are either absent or throwing obstacles in your path, removing things out of your life that would get you to the next level? Actively trying to hurt you. Sometimes calling the law on you for no fucking reason. Nothing ever came of that. But, honestly, I'm lucky she didn't steal my social security card. She just did not like me. Now, you see me show up every single day in the energy that I hold. It's not because I came from a perfect place. This is a rose that grew out of the cracks of the sidewalk, or a lotus that grew out of the mud. This was a choice that I made to be a better person internally. I realized at a young age that I could not force anybody around me to change. I could change me though. I could change my reactions. I could change my thought processes. I could change, and this is around the time I was at like 11 or 12. I became a vegan because I was having all these enlightenments. I also quit chewing my fingernails and sucking my thumb at 11 years old because I realized I just because I had been doing something my whole life didn't mean I had to keep doing it. There was things I wanted to change. So I've been on that path ever since. There was times when I was vegan, my mom would steal my food so I had nothing to eat. Food is a big deal for me, now that he's mentioned it, because it's one of the few things that I get upset and angry about. Like, if I lose my temper and forget who I am for a few minutes, it's going to be because you ate my fucking meal preps or my lunch or leftovers that I was looking forward to. Like, that's what's going to break my heart. So, fun fact. I'm a Mars and Taurus. I'm very food oriented, and that's something, if I in the kitchen, I can only share a kitchen with a certain type of person, or I'll lose my temper because you're in the way. That's the only time that I have a quick temper. Every other time, most every other instance, I'm real slow to anger. I'm just very unconditional because I've made myself be that way. I've chosen the unconditional love path. And I've gone hard because that's what a spiritual gangster really, really fucking does. When you have been raised by conditional parents in conditional of circumstances, You learn that you have to earn affection, you have to earn your needs to be met. That's not how it's supposed to be. You don't have to be on a quest to be constantly good enough or proving yourself. But you do have to be trying to be a better person every day, as a paradox. You have to be making yourself proud every day. Everybody has a childhood story. Everybody has something rough or a slight that was done or a hard lesson that was learned. Everybody's childhood looks different. This is just mine. My experience was, I felt like an orphan most of my life, and I could cry for that kid. And I was locked away, physically, like, rurally. I was so far removed from society or being able to be anywhere. Like, it took 15, 20 minutes to get to church sometimes, depending on the weather, because we were up on a mountain. So I couldn't run away. There was no running. There was just nature. I could run into nature, and that was a very big solace for me, was nature. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't turn out the way I did. But we have decisions to make every single day. Micro decisions. Lots of little baby decisions. But you best believe I do my best to make myself proud. Because I'm my own parent. I have to seek my own approval. I could cry. If I'm not proud of myself, I have nothing. I have nothing. I don't have people telling me I love you, except for one person. I don't have people saying, "Atta girl, I'm proud of you. I see you. I know what you're doing every day. You work hard. Thank you." It's very thankless. So I have to give that to myself. And I do. I'm very proud of myself. If you see me with my head held high, if you see me proud, if you see me acting arrogant, if you see me being cocky, I fucking earned it. I want you to earn that too. I'm still offering one-on-one authenticity calls. Sliding scale, $30 minimum. Till the end of summer. If you want to figure out how to be this real, to wear your heart on your sleeve again after being so jaded, how to self-parent, let's do some calls. I love you guys. From the bottom of my heart. Happy Saturday. Oh my God, I have to hit the right fucking button.